It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I'll admit I really miss this place. Just so you know you haven't been replaced, 'cause I still think.
This is day 2 in Kilifi. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Honey and I'm back with another interesting video. So today we are starting the day Mnarani Monument. We are here at Mnarani Monument. This is found in Kilifi and we are here to just explore. It's my first time here and I just want to show you what you're going to find here whenever you come. This is snack park, monument and snack park. So yeah, so let's get in. My first impression was wow, like when you got here, like they came to welcome us. You see, there are some places you just come, you have to go to the reception, but oh my god, here we were so much welcome. We just came in and there was someone there like greeting us, welcome. Felt so good. So yeah guys, without any further ado, let's get into the video. Let me take you in. Welcome. Thank you so much. So this is how it's going. Oh, some toto is there.
Mdogo lakini mambo yake makubwa.
Asante.
Mimi ndio nitakuwa guide wenu, mwelekezi wenu. Jina naitwa Mr. Jeffa.
Come and promote Mr. Jeffa. Okay guys, it's only 100 bob. The entrance is 100 Kenyan shillings or less than 1 USD by the way. So let's get into the video. Which way? This way?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going up these stairs. We are going to the ruins. So let's go guys.
We have over 104 stairs.
Oh, you count them?
Yes.
Okay. 104 stairs. Okay, if I knew, I would have counted from down there.
Yeah.
104.
Yeah, if you feel like you can have a rest.
I know. Let's go. There's no time.
Okay, let's go.
Oh my god, guys. We are so tired. Personally, I'm so tired. Is this the end?
Yeah.
Oh.
Almost.
Almost.
This is our office.
Hey, this is more than a gym. Hey,
Yeah.
my feet are hurting.
Somebody, yeah, we always feel happy if we hear somebody commenting about the gym and we are at the museum. Yeah.
Oh.
So our story will just begin behind this office.
Okay.
Yeah. So we start seeing then, let us begin to have a short history of Mnarani, which has been written here, inside here. There's a short history of Mnarani ruins, which has been written inside there. Can I read it for you, please? So, Mnarani ancient Swahili settlement is a gazetted national monument which started in the 13th century. Mnarani is one of the ancient Swahili settlements that's found along the East African coast that stretches from Mogadishu in Somalia to the Tanzania and Mozambique border and the Comoro Islands. The earliest of these settlements is Manda and Shanga in the Lamu archipelago that archaeologically dates back to about the 7th and 8th century. The Kenya coast had over 200 Swahili settlements. However, most of them were abandoned due to insecurity and lack of freshwater supply. Only 5 settlements had a continuous occupation And these are Pate, Lamu, Witu, Malindi, and Mombasa. As we have been read there, this settlement started at around 13th century. The first people who came to settle here were the Oman Arabs from Oman. They had come here to do business and also to spread Islam. So the first thing they did when they reached in Mnarani, they built a madrasa so that they can convert the people to become Muslims. And then they constructed small mosques, and later on they constructed the big mosque, which is now remains as ruins. So these people stayed here for about 400 years, whereby they abandoned this city in the 17th century. So they came in 13th century and they left in the 17th century. The things that they came to do business with here in Mnarani were, they were selling perfumes, they were selling dates, they were selling or trading in spices. So in Mnarani or in Kenya, they used to get gold, they do to trade in gold, they used to trade in ivory, and also they used to trade in workers. They bought workers, people to become their workers. And also those people later on became the slaves. So that was the business that was being done here in the Mnarani place.
So who was in charge of the slaves?
Yeah, the Arabs. They bought them.
So they came,
Yeah.
in exchange of the gold and whatever, right?
Yeah. There was during that time they used to do barter trade. So they brought in dates and the spices, and in exchange they were given gold, and also they were given ivory, and also the slaves.
So who were they trading with? That's my question. When they come to Africa or when
Okay.
they come to Mombasa?
They were trading between the Arabs.
Oh, Arabs and Arabs.
Arabs and
Oh,
Arabs.
all right.
So this place was just a place where they collected the goods,
Mhm.
and then if they got the slaves and the gold, they would take their boats, because this city is near, this settlement is surrounded by water. They needed to be a place where there's a harbor so that they could put their ships and loaded them with the goods. So they would put their goods, take them to Zanzibar, the slaves, the gold and the ivory. They would take them to Zanzibar, to Shimoni, to Bagamoyo in Tanzania. Those are the places where there were so many markets. We call it the Swahili well. So when the Arabs arrived here, the first thing that they did was the Swahili well. That is to get water for the settlement.
Can you please pardon?
I'm saying when the Arabs arrived in Mnarani, the first thing that they did was to construct a well for the water supply. So why did they select this place or around Mnarani for fresh water? The story of the baobab trees, as I have showed you, 1, 2, 3, about 4 baobab trees. When you see a baobab tree, down underground, there's plenty of fresh water. So that's when the Arabs started or dug the well here, from that ideology of when you see a baobab tree, there's plenty of water underground. Guys, the Oman Arabs had come to Mnarani to spread Islam. The first thing to construct was the madrasas, and also they constructed the other small mosques. Later on, they constructed this big mosque, or we call it the Great Mosque. So the Great Mosque was constructed in the 15th century. Between 1401 to 1500. Then it was extended in the later years. It was the largest of all the mosques in Mnarani, where the Friday prayers were conducted. As you know, Muslims conduct their prayers on Friday. So all the other mosques would be closed, and this one here, the Great Mosque, was the one that remained opened on Friday. This mosque was having a roof. The roof was made up of the lime that I've told you, and also they used the mangrove poles to make the roof of the mosque. So this is the main prayer hall. This is for the women, as I told you, and this is for the men. Okay. These are the pillars that were holding the roof of the mosque. And in front of us, we can see that is a Qibla. A Qibla is a place where the Imam stands to conduct prayers. So you can live near the Qibla. This mosque could hold about 200 worshippers at a time. Yeah.
200 worshippers?
Yeah. At one given time.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Qibla is always facing Mecca. The Qibla is constructed, was made in a way that when the sound here, when the Imam talks or preaches here, the sound would reflect to the other side.
Yeah. Like there's an echo.
Yeah, so the sound here would echo, and the people background could hear what the Imam is talking about. You can have some photos of it, because if we come to Mnarani, this is now the Mnarani. Yeah, this is the sign of Mnarani, the Qibla, and this. Yeah. A tomb, as you know, is a place where the remains of the dead are put or are placed, and usually it is in the underground. So we call this place the ancient Swahili tombs. We are told the design of the tomb would show the status of the individual buried there. So for example, with this tomb here, it is 10 meters high, very well decorated. This tomb is the tomb where the Imam of this place or the leader of this place was buried there, because he was somebody with a higher status. Just like today when President Moi died or Kenyatta, he would not be buried in a grave, just a normal grave. His grave should be well designed to take his status. Okay, so this is the only tomb in Mnarani where the person who was buried here, his name was written. The name of the deceased was inscribed in that stone there. In that stone there is the name and also some Quran writings, some verses from the Quran. His name was called Sheikh Isa bin Sheikh Nahafa. Yeah. One is a baobab tree, and the other one is a fig tree. So before the Arabs and the Europeans came to Mnarani or in East African coast, the local people, all the Mijikenda people, used to pray under the trees. So these were the shrines. Okay? A shrine is a place where people conducted their prayers. So the Mijikenda people used to come here to pray their prayers to their God. Up to today, there are other people, other communities which still pray under trees. Like the local Kikuyu people, they pray under the Mugumo tree up to date. And also the local Mijikenda people, they are those who up to date, they pray under the baobab trees. First of all, this place was safe as we have climbed the hill here. We are on top of a hill, so the place would be easy to secure. Very, very easy to secure. So that is where the guards, their guards would just stay here and watch the enemy from very far.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When the enemy approached, and when the enemy was a friend, is an enemy, you know, there are friendly boats and the enemy boats. So when they saw the enemy boats, if it doesn't have a white flag, then they would attack it from very far. But when it was friendly, then it will be allowed and left to settle, to sail and in the harbor.
Oh.
Where's the
And
harbor?
the dock.
Yeah,
You have an harbor?
Yes, we have a harbor.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So these people use the local doors to transport their goods. Don't go further. We are on top of a cliff.
Oh.
Very, very dangerous place here. The main route to Mnarani, or entrance to Mnarani, was through the harbor there.
Mm.
Then they would climb using this road here. This is the road that they would take. Come up to the store there. That is the storage house of Mnarani, where they stored in dates, perfumes, spices, elephants' tusks or ivory, and also the workers or the slaves, and the gold was stored in this storage here. So it was a very big house, we are told. Yeah. Have a look at it. This tree is called the rocket tree. It's called the rocket tree because of the roots. They look like the wings of the rocket.
Ah.
Yeah, the roots. They are arranged like the wings. Even the scientists who designed the rocket, they came to see the rocket tree. And that's why they got it the rocket tree. Rocket tree is very, very slippery. And also it grows straight. It is very, very slippery. No animal can climb there. Only birds live there, lay eggs. Have you eaten mabuyu?
Yeah.
Some mabuyu is from this fruit, from this tree. You can see some up there. Mabuyu are very, very high nutrition. They are very nutritious. They have a lot of calcium. And as you know, calcium is good for our bones. So here we have the medicinal baobab tree. Long time ago, there were no doctors, no hospitals, no drugs. So people used herbal medicine. So these particular people who used to live in Mnarani, they used the baobab tree. So how did they use it as a herbal tree or drug? They chopped the flesh, grind it, and then boil. And if somebody was feeling sick, they would just get the boiled baobab to drink, and then they would get healed. Also, they use the neem tree or muarbaini. See that one. So they would get the bark or the roots or the leaves, crush them, boil, and they would use it as a drug and they would get healed. As I told you, the madrasa is the school for the Muslims. So when they reached here, this is the first thing they constructed. They got the local people who are the Mijikenda people. They trained them, they converted them to become Muslims. And also this place acted as a technical school. Long time ago, there were no schools. So this same madrasa were used as technical schools to teach them building techniques or different life skills that were available during that time. So this was the technical school of Mnarani and madrasa. This is the place where they perform wudu. And we are told here, this small mosque was constructed in 1425. At that time, the people who were used to stay here were the local Mijikenda people or Nyika people, the first to be converted to become Muslims. But since after these people were practicing a lot of slave trade, the Gala people felt very bad about them being made slaves. So they came and burned this Mnarani city, or Kilifi. They attacked Kilifi, and then they burnt this mosque and other buildings around Mnarani. Those who survived, the arson was surrendered to the Gala and either killed or taken as slaves. As I've told you, people long time ago used to worship under trees. So this was a shrine during that time. When the Arabs came, they found the Mijikenda people worshipping under these trees. So what did they do? How did they do it? When somebody maybe was also sick, the priest or the leader during that time of this place, he would take the person, the sick person, around this tree 7 times while he is saying his prayer. For example, if you want to say, me, I want to have a good health, maybe you are sick, you would be taken 7 rounds. And each round you are saying your prayer, you say your prayer. And then in the 7th round, you would take some sacrifice. During that time, it was items like your necklace here or the handless. There's a hole here where you would put your sacrifice. After the 7th round prayer or the 7th prayer, you deposit the sacrifice inside. And then you would go. And then God would hear your prayer. So why did these people think God was around here? You can see the greatness of this tree. It is very great. We need about 12 adult men holding hands together to go around this tree. So you can see it is very great. Okay, so now this is the end of our tour of the ruins. I hope you enjoyed.
And learn something.
Okay, welcome. We have 2 types of snakes. We have venomous snakes and also non-venomous snakes. So this one is called the African rock python, or chatu in Kiswahili. It is a non-venomous snake. It feeds by strangulation. We feed it we feed it on chicken and rabbits. So we give it wholly. It strangles, kills, and then swallow. We feed it once per week. Tortoise is here. We have this one. We call this one the leopard tortoise. And this one, we call it the hinged back tortoise. It is called the leopard tortoise because it looks like a leopard. It's called leopard. You can see the spots like that one of a leopard. The leopard tortoises grow bigger up to the size of this one or bigger than this. The hinged back, these are dwarfs. They don't grow big. Tortoises are very friendly. They feed on vegetables and fruits. Yeah. Also, when you want to know the difference between a male and a female, we look at the chests, at their chests, or at their stomachs. For example, this one, What a coincidence. It's a female. She's urinating. So the chest of the female is flat, while the chest for the male is curved. This curve is to enable it when during mating time. This is the male part. So it takes out the male part and put it in the female. And then it would mount like that, so that it would not fall down. So the curve is to facilitate mating. Okay? Yeah. If you want to know the age of a tortoise, you count the number of lines. You can see it as panini, but this, you choose one area like this, and then you count. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up to here. So each line represent 1 year. Yeah. If you cannot see well, you can use a glass, that magnifying glass. Then you can count properly. For example, this big one here, you can see it looks like the stem of a tree. So if you want to know the age, you just count. This one is about 50 years. We call it the black mamba, come here, because of it has a black tongue and a black inside mouth. The inside of the mouth is very black. That's why we call it the black mamba. It is the most venomous snake we have. If somebody is bitten by a black mamba, it takes 30 minutes before that person dies. So a lot of first aid must be taken within 30 minutes, after which somebody will die.
The puff adder.
Yeah, very highly venomous snake. When it bites somebody, the bitten place must be cut or moved or amputated, because it starts to rot.
Immediately.
Yeah, after some few days, you start rotting. So the only first aid or medicine that you should apply is to cut the bitten place. Yeah, that's why you can gain your health again. Python. We have talked about the python. Let me put some light for you. Mamba, this is a green mamba, very highly venomous. It's just like the black mamba, but this one, at least if you are bitten by a green mamba, you can survive for some time. But for the black mamba, the survival is very limited. We also have the green snakes. Green snakes are non-venomous, but the green mamba is venomous. The difference between a green snake and the green mamba is that the green mamba is yellow-green, is light green, while the green snake is dark green. Yeah. Vile vitoto vya tortoises. Hiyo ni guinea pig, it's a rodent. Chakula yao ni hizo greens. Pia tuko na sungura.
My loves, we've come to the end of this vlog. It was also amazing but tiresome at the same time. The 104 stairs, oh my god. Like, the time I was up there, like I don't know, I felt so weak. Because maybe I'm not even working out, something like that. So yeah, I enjoyed every bit of this vlog. And yeah, make sure you come here whenever you visit Kilifi. This is a perfect place for family to hang out. If you're not afraid of snakes, then you can come and hold on here. I was so afraid. Anywho, see you on my next vlog. Bye bye.